Yes, people, welcome back to the Graft Kings podcast. We're back in Kent's hottest nightclub, Moo Moo's, and today we're going to be talking about manipulating women.
Just for the record,
we're not really doing that.
We're not really doing that. That was just clickbait for the title, and you fell for it. You clicked on it. We are not going to talk about how to manipulate women at all. We love women. We are going to talk to the boys that watch and talk to them how to talk to women, how to
approach women,
and how to be around women. We are most definitely not going to teach you how to manipulate anyone.
Because we don't do that.
But the clickbait works, so welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for taking the bait. Merc, do you want to explain to everyone why you've got a shit emoji on your head?
Not really, no.
Come on, tell everyone why you got a shit emoji.
Son. So, we've brought a new system into place where... what we call it, the red card.
Red card, isn't it?
The red card system. Yeah.
So if you do something that is
a red card offence,
and you've got to get a majority vote.
Yeah, it has to be a majority vote and can't be like one person. All I'm saying is Mason's lucky that this wasn't in place after.
Don't try and bring me into this. I got a dodge in there. Yeah,
drag you down with it.
Like a cheeky.
He's a lucky prick, right? So I've got the shit hat on because I invited a bird to a event with all the boys. And they said it was gay.
That is a red card offence.
It's like bringing sandwiches to a buffet. You don't do it. Like if you're going out with the boys, you don't then bring things when there's going to be things there. That's like what's going on?
She's coming with her friend. Like it wasn't the solo invite.
But no.
Wait, we can't say that. That's awful, man. We can't say that.
Ash, bleep that word out, please.
That's so bad,
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Can't say that.
Oh, you can. It's our pod. It's our pod.
That is a red card offence, boys. So if any of your pals are doing things like that, unless it's a group of birds, you're like, oh, we're going to meet them there, that's fine. But if you're going to an event and your mate brings a bird that he's chatting to on the fucking down low and tries sliding it in there that he's bringing her.
I told everyone.
No, you didn't. You told us after the fact.
That is a red card offence.
All right.
He was like, roll with me, apparently. You know what he said? He's like, you can roll with us. The boys won't mind.
I didn't say that, no.
Yeah, boys, listen. You can't be doing stuff like that. Like, I'd even go as far if it's a boys' day out. You can't bring your bird. It's a boys' day out. There's time and a place to bring your bird to these social settings when you've got a couple's thing or it's a dinner or something like that. That's boy time is boy time, and obviously you've got to learn the hard way. You can't have things like this happen without going unpunished. Unfortunately, we live
Just to clarify, she's not my bird.
I mean,
well, that's the longest thing I've ever seen you talk to.
Yeah, that's
enough.
That's
Longer than his actual bird.
I've not got a girlfriend to set
you
a
reference
reference.
her as your ex if you stop speaking to her? You've done it with the previous one. Silly gun.
So, what are we talking about today?
How to talk to women.
How to talk to women.
Nice swerve there, Mark. I see what you did there.
Yeah, well done.
To you.
Yes, how to talk to women. So I think that's very important because I feel like men are losing their ability of knowing how to be around women, let alone speak to them, purely because of the social media era we're in. It's so easy to have access to women right now where you can just slide into the DMs. And a lot of thought process goes into it. And I feel like some men will crumble in real life. They'll get nervous. They won't know how to say what they want to say, or even how to open up a conversation or have that dialogue with anyone. The only reason I feel like we are knowledgeable in it is because we're from the era before.
Yeah.
And I don't know what other reason.
Yeah, we come from an era where there was no internet.
Well, there was internet.
You had to chat to girls.
We're not fucking.
No,
don't
but
write
it's
us
like
up
that.
yet.
It's just we're very sociable.
But then we was like.
You mean
we come up in that era? Yeah,
no, there was social media, but it wasn't like social media
exactly,
today.
exactly.
Yeah.
We grew up just chatting to girls. That's the difference. We're not experts, not fucking like gurus. We're just four lads that have chatted to a lot of girls in their lifetime. I've been in a lot of social settings. I've been to a lot of parties, a lot of events. You have no choice but to go and talk to a girl if you want to chat to her. So that's the only reason. We're not. People might try and say, "Oh, they fucking know this." No, we're not saying we know everything, but we know how to talk to a girl.
And you know what? That's true. That's from pure tenacity of failure as well. Like keep through my whole team just chatting to birds and getting told to fuck off, or you're fat, or you're a weirdo.
Learning what works and what doesn't.
It's not even as if like you won't speak to a girl now and get rejected sometimes.
Oh yeah, of course. I still get rejected.
We're not saying every bird that we speak to like we get the end goal, whatever it is you're
No,
trying
no,
to
yeah,
achieve.
no way.
Like, still happens now, but it's just not personal.
That's the fun of it though. If it was easy, it wouldn't be fun. I love that's one of my favourite.
If anything, it makes you. I know, even if you know you're never going to get her, think, oh God, I'd love to get all that bird. And you just think you're never going to get an answer out of it, but still.
You just do that on camera.
Sorry, boys.
I'm not cutting that out.
Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Where did that come from?
Sorry, I don't know.
Don't do that with women.
Yeah,
don't do
That's
that.
something you don't do.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't do with women. Otherwise, they'll just fucking look. Do you know what? There is a level you get to where you can actually pretty much say or do anything around
Yeah,
women, and
that is
they don't
very
actually
true.
care. That's very true.
Because why? It's never what you say.
It's how you say it.
Delivery is everything.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah, we've said this. Maybe we should get that on a t-shirt.
What deliveries?
It's like what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
It's not what you say, it's how you
Because
say
that is
it.
that's one of the most true statements ever.
It's one of the biggest facts, bruv.
So, what about chat up lines then? What's like your best or worst chat up line? I don't mean as an actual chat up line, but a line that you use regularly is maybe to slide into the DMs with or say to a bird out. What would you say? What would you go in with? Have you got something that like you think, I know that works?
Yes, I've got something. I think I don't know if I've said this on pod before, but if anyone that's new listening, it has to be to a story, or it has to be in. I don't ever just cold DM unless I really think there's something special about them, because it's just long. I can't really be bothered.
Yeah.
What about that recent one that you I don't
What,
you
you
know,
win?
Yeah,
You win. Do you know what?
That's a good one.
The thing is, I reckon a lot of girls are going to watch this because they're going to think we're manipulating
I didn't
girls.
want to say it.
Oh, fuck it. Do you know what? It's out the bag. I don't care. Right, there's something I say, and if one of us slides into your DM saying it, you know where it's come from. But basically, if a girl follows you, boys, and you like one of her photos and she likes one back, I'd leave it a couple hours, or even see how many times you can go back and forth until someone gives up. I won't go longer than 4. So one like, and then if no one's slid in yet, just reply or DMs saying you win. That's it, nothing else, and then just wait for their reply. And the question they're going to ask you is, what do I win, or win what? And then you've opened up conversation because they're curious what you're talking about, and say, well, I caved first, so you won. You liked, we was going back and forth liking photos, and obviously I caved first, so you won. And then you just create a conversation with that. That's an icebreaker. It opens up conversation. It's kind of funny. It's kind of quirky. Whatever you want to label it, it doesn't really matter. But you're already in, and she's already liked the photos. She's confirmed that she thinks you're hot or she's interested. Now you've opened dialogue. It's quite funny. You're not going, hey babe, or you're beautiful. There's none of that cringy stuff. It's just you've opened up a dialogue, and now it's up to you what you do from here. That's a great way to. And I think we've had 100% success rate on that so far.
It's worked every single time.
It's worked every single time. You win. That's it.
And it helps being peng as well. Well, I'm just saying it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Well, do you know what? But these guys are getting the. If you got an opportunity to drop this line of the you win, the girl obviously thinks you're peng, because otherwise she wouldn't have fucking liked your photos. Do you know what I'm saying?
Followed back, yeah.
Or followed back, yeah. So that would be if you was. I'd say everything's on a case by case basis.
Yeah.
A cold DM. What would you say for a cold DM?
I don't know, I wouldn't.
I don't really go in.
It's
with
always
a cold
normally
DM.
I'll reply to a story.
I think I've gone in cold. Is this with a follow though?
Straight in there.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll
You
do.
don't even let it marinate. You just followed her and DM'd her.
No. I'm saying like when you followed someone, but there's no stories, so they're not putting
Oh,
up
no,
anything.
I don't know.
And I've gone in like that before.
Not for a long time.
I've said something along the lines. I've been waiting 2 to 3 working days for you to put up a story. Like
That's fucking solid.
good. Yeah,
That's
I like that.
solid.
I was like, are you going to put up a story anytime soon? I've been waiting like 2 to 3 working days, and then they always reply.
That's
laughing.
solid.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
I like
good.
that.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
You're welcome.
No, fair
Yeah,
play to you. One second. Write that one.
Thank you.
Taking notes from each other. I like it.
It works because it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny.
It's cold,
It's
but it's funny.
You
You
need
can't go in. Sorry, you can't go in cold being complimentary.
No.
Or
Why,
being
man?
serious or like high, because there's just not
way.
enough substance there.
Yeah, we said this on the Lily pod that we just done. Oh, actually, I don't know if the Lily pod's going to be out before this or not. Oh, fuck.
Probably not. It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't really matter. Who cares? It's our pod. We said, like, never go into complimentary. The reason why, probably repeating ourselves, but the reason why is they're getting messages of boys all day. Babe, you're beautiful. Let me take you out. You're so fit. Oh my God, you're sexy. All this stuff. They're getting it all. They hear it all the time. So you don't stand out from the crowd. You need to make sure that you stand out to the crowd. And the only way you can do that is, I would say, through banter or saying something very witty that they've not seen or heard before.
Yeah.
Just a light insult.
Yeah, definitely a light insult.
Not a heavy one.
No, definitely not a heavy one. Otherwise, you might get a restraining order against you. But a light insult. What would you say a light insult is? Give an example.
I done one recently, but
Chatted to a bed the other week. And she put a story up, and she had not really, it was a really nice outfit to be fair. But you know, girls are wearing like loose jeans now at the bottom. They're almost like flares almost. Mm-hmm. I replied to her saying, "Did they just not have any jeans in your sizes?"
That's good, yeah. That's fine.
And
Yeah.
she come back. She was cracking up. She's like, "No, sorry, baby, they ran out." She's like, "You're gonna buy me some?" I said, "I'm gonna have to. I can't have you walking around like that."
That's solid, yeah.
That's perfect.
That's good, yeah.
Similar, I was like, you didn't go out dressed like that, did you? But she looked very nice.
Cool.
The thing is, as well, boys, like if you message someone that and they reply to you negatively or get pissy, then you know, not like that's a good thing.
Don't
You
reply
know not
again.
to waste your time with someone like that. If someone can't take that banter, I wouldn't want to waste my time.
Same.
I would not even bother.
I wouldn't
wasting my
even
breath.
bother with a reply after that. I go, "No, that's the type of girl she is. Like, I can't bother."
Yeah, because also if you're potentially thinking, oh, this girl could be bird material, or I could take this girl out for a date. That date's going to be dry as fuck, but the relationship's going to be hell because they can't take banter or they've got a sense of humor. So they've got to have a sense of humor to take this banter on board because it is only at the end of the day only banter. It's playful banter. No one's actually been insulting. It's just joking around.
Yes, boys, I hope you're enjoying the pod so far. If you want to learn about how to manipulate women even more, then hit that subscribe button and we'll tell you all the secrets. Now let's get back to the pod. Do you know what I think is weird?
What?
When you're liking pictures but they don't follow you back when you follow them.
I
I find that so weird.
So strange.
Yeah.
You know what it is? 'Cause
And I had that with...
sure.
What's that?
They're not sure.
I don't think it's that.
I think they got a boyfriend.
I don't even think it's that. I think some girls are just a bit weird with their socials and they just don't follow everyone, but they'll give you a cheeky like. So they just don't do that maybe at first glance.
Do you think?
Like, well, there was a girl recently that I'd done that with, and then I messaged her because I must have said something like, I said, "How have you liked my photos but not followed me?" I said, "It's like a hug and a slap at the same time." Like, what's going on?
It's a hug and a what?
And a hug and a slap at the same time.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
because and then I got a number in the end. It went dead because she's boring. Cut this name out.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be
I told
her.
you she was
so
fucking
hot.
like that.
She's so hot.
Yeah, but it gives a fuck a hot
Yeah,
shit.
no.
She's got a
No, but
personality of that bottle cap.
But that's
bro.
what I'm saying. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just saying like that's what she did.
You give your number out, didn't it?
You give your postcode out, you prick.
I'd rather that than my number.
No way, bro.
What are you talking about?
Joking, bruv. Obviously, you fucking.
Can't say that.
Can't
Sorry,
say that.
say that.
sorry, cut that out. Cut all them out.
Looks like one. Yeah, I find that a little bit odd when they do that.
Yeah.
Girls do move weird on Instagram.
I do it sometimes though. If I'm not too sure and if I'm like, is she fit, is she not? I'll just like a few photos, then like she'll like them back, then I'll DM them, I won't follow them. 'Cause I don't really follow a lot of people anymore. So like I just don't do it unless
Definitely cut that
You don't
down
accept
massively.
collaborations either, do you?
Yeah, with your pals.
if I don't like the photo, no.
Well, that's all of them,
At
then.
least he stands by that. Like he's proper. Do you know what I mean?
What are you checking for, mate?
I felt my phone vibrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not on D&D.
It is on D&D.
What,
That's
you
why I
found
wanted to
vibrate?
check it.
I got a question. What are your boys' thoughts on double texting?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Depends on the bird.
Depends what it,
What
like,
stage you are at with the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you've had conversation, not I wouldn't say grafting, but there's conversation going back and forth,
Yeah.
and she's aired you, and she's not replied to it, and then she's put up a story,
Oh yeah.
and it's something you think in your mind that you can reply to. Would you reply? Or would you leave
No.
it?
I'd
Oh, no
leave it.
way I'd leave it. I'm too stubborn. I've got
I'd leave it.
I've got too much pride. I don't know why.
I thought you meant just in that general convo.
If you've been ignored, then no.
Yeah.
Like, if you've been
Oh, wait,
blatantly
have you
ignored,
been left on scene or has it been?
Yeah, left unseen.
Oh fuck,
No,
no
yeah,
way.
no, fuck
what
no
if it's
way.
not been left unseen?
then yeah, they might be busy. Or
Yeah, they might be busy. Yeah, that's blessed because I've been in situations like that where I won't purposely open a message, but I'm still going about my day doing stuff, posting like maybe the pod or I'm out of you lot, and I thought I'll leave that unread for now, and when I've got some time, I'll reply to it. So that's blessed. But if they've opened my message and it's been like more than 2-3 hours, I'm dead in it. Well, not dead in it, but I'm not gonna chase it.
No, I've opened messages and not replied for hours, man. Just 'cause I'm busy. Because I've opened it because I wanted to read it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have notifications on my Instagram, so I've opened it because I wanted to read the message and go. I can't reply to that right now.
Do you know what I do? I open it and I just go, look, listen, I'll reply to you in a bit. I'm out.
That's okay.
I always do that.
I don't do that.
You should.
I do
Common
that a lot.
courtesy, innit?
Yeah.
You've read
okay,
their
yeah.
message.
Yeah.
So what about texting?
Didn't deep it that much.
So what about texting time frame? So if a girl has taken 2 hours to message you, would you wait that long again to message them, or would you reply
not-
back in your own time?
No, I'm not a child.
Depends on the.
If I see the message come through, I'll reply. But then I might be busy after that for like another hour or 2
Okay,
hours. you know
but
what I mean?
she's consistently replying every like 4 hours.
I know, I'll
That's
pick it
weird
off though.
though. Yeah, that I wouldn't be able to hold a conversation with someone like that.
It all depends on how many birds you're talking to at that time.
So just don't worry about all of that.
Boys, that's relevant. Some of these boys that will be watching this pod do not just chat to one girl; they chat to multiple
Yeah.
girls. So if you've got a good,
But then
roster-
you want that one. Depends which one you want out of the
well,
lot.
I'm just saying, if you've got, I'm saying, it all depends on what level of the girl, what
Yeah.
girl you're talking to. Because girls, girls.
See, I knew I felt my phone do something earlier.
Interrupted the
Don't
pod,
care about
innit?
pod in it. Sorry. Listen, there's going to be girls watching this. So, girls, I know you don't want to hear this, but this is the truth. most men do talk to more than one girl at a time, and that is a harsh reality of life, whether you want to believe it or not. That is true, unless they're actually properly seeing you. Like if you're solidified seeing, then obviously that's wrong. But I mean, in the talking stages, if you think you're the only one they're talking to, it's very unlikely. If you are, then fair play to you. But what I'm trying to say is, depends on that guy's roster. For those who don't know, a roster is basically how many girls he's talking to at the time. Now, if you've got multiple girls on your roster, I'm not going to be too bothered about one not replying to me for 4 hours because I'm talking to other girls as well at the same time. If this is wifey, this is the girl I'm taking on dates, this is the girl I'm settling with, or the girl whatever, and then she's fucking me about like that, then I'm fucking longing it off because now I'm now a dickhead because I've dedicated this amount of time to you. I'm like putting effort into it, and that effort's not being reciprocated. One day here, one day there, maybe like she might have an off day, she might be busy at work. But if it's a repeat offence, then I'm sacking off because you're now disrespecting me because I'm investing my time to you. Yeah. I've seen you as a valuable. I've now seen you as worth my time.
Yeah, I agree.
And now you're disrespecting me, so therefore I'm fucking off.
Yeah.
It all depends on what stage you are with this person.
Yeah, so technically meaning like if you've met someone and you're dating them, doesn't need to be too deep, but if you've met them and you like them and you're investing time into them and they're taking again, I don't know, 5-6 hours to message you every day.
Oh, fuck that. What's the point?
Then it's like, what's the point?
How can you build...
Unless there is certain something and they've addressed it. It's all about communication, I think.
Communication.
If they were to
everything.
turn around and say, like, I'm busy in the next few days, I'm doing X, Y, Z, so I'm not going to be able to message you like how I do. She's managed her expectations and reassures you. I think that's absolutely fine. But if she's not said anything and expecting you to figure it out, then I think it's a bit out of order. And vice versa, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you do in that instance? Do you
address it?
No, hang on. If a girl, like say you're chatting away and then all of a sudden you did something to get aired, would you unfollow that girl?
No,
no.
Depends on.
But I'd address it first, then unfollow it. We said this again on another pod that I think is probably dropping. It's going to drop 2 weeks before this. I always now, if there's an issue like this, I won't text about the issue. I'll call them.
Yeah.
I want to either see your face on FaceTime. I either want to meet up with you and talk to you in person, or I want to actually have a conversation with the phone. Yeah. I'm not doing this texting back and forth shit about the issue that because now you're creating. Do you know how long it's to text back and forth, have an argument with someone? Not an argument, but like have a heated discussion with someone over text. Yeah. It's so time consuming, and everything gets misconstrued. Everything gets lost in translation. Pick up the phone. What could take you like 2 hours to text will take you 10 minutes on the phone, and you can squash everything or understand where you stand. Listen, I'm not too happy about the moment the way these replies are going. I know this may sound petty to you, but I obviously value you as a person I'm talking to, and I feel like it's a bit disrespectful that you're taking so long. Understand if you're busy, but just let me know. Manage my expectations. Have the adult conversation. Like you said, communication's everything. And that's one of the things I think this generation struggle with is communication, because they're so used to be stuck behind their keyboard and they can just hide behind it. They can't really have adult conversations. So I think a key thing is always addressing stuff verbally rather than doing it over text.
Yeah. No, facts, big facts.
But you know what? That takes a man to do that sometimes as well, because it can be quite intimidating, like actually fronting something. I can understand why that might be. You might be like, oh, how she react. Listen, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. That outcome is inevitable. So you might as well just face it like a man and get it over and done with and say your shit. Because if whatever way she's going to take it, that was going to happen. Whether you bite the bullet now and do it, or wait 2 weeks down the line for it to happen.
It's weird that we've come to that though. Because you think, back in the day, like that didn't even exist.
Yeah, but nor did like all this technology and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if you're deep at that much.
The only way to kind of face your problems were face to face. I feel like the biggest...
No, what I'm saying is, bro, like, people are worried about how long... You're talking about how long it takes someone to reply to you on a text. Like, who fucking really cares that much?
Some people do. That's the problem.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Mason, you're a product of your environment. We live within an ecosystem where this is actually the reality now. So you can't fight against the reality that you live in. This is it. You can't say, it's weird. This is literally us now. Like, their generation would have had something else that was different that we probably wasn't aware of. Like, we are now living in this time, and this is relevant to our communication, how we talk to people on a day-to-day basis. Like, someone ignores my email and I double email them and they don't reply, then I'm fucking on the phone like, did you get my email? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the exact same thing. You wouldn't have had to worry about that 50 years ago. It would have been another thing. You wrote a letter. Did you get my last letter? No, well, you did. Well, why didn't you reply to my letter? Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly the same thing, just different era, just different technology.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I get what you're saying. It's weird that we're in this era, but this is the part of the ecosystem we live in, and unfortunately, it's just fucking shit.
Yeah,
you've got to take the lead as a man. I think personally.
Yeah, I agree.
You've got to take the lead in most.
Well,
in most cases.
We were saying this to each other the other day. I think a lot of men they've almost like being chased now. Like, I see a lot of TikToks pop up, and men will be like, or women will be like complaining that men want to be chased. Like, men are almost waiting for the girl to be like, "Oh, do you want to meet me, or do you want to do this?" or do you want to do that? And I was saying to Oz, I was just like, it's a weird like kind of thought process to have, because like in my head, I'm like, if we're going on a date, I'm telling you we're going on a date.
Yeah.
Or if I'm never like, oh, she hasn't called me today, I'll just bell her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want her to chase me. I think it's weird, but a lot of like guys now are almost in the mindset where they're like, she's not chasing me. Like, is there something wrong? Well, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. Again, I think that's a case by case basis. I do get your logic behind it, and obviously,
But you don't want to be the one.
you don't want to be simp.
doing all of it.
Yeah, you don't
like,
want to be a simp.
If she never calls you and you're only the one that calls
Yeah.
her,
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
no, I
that.
get you, I get you.
I'll be like, in the end, you'd be like, fuck this.
It's not even that. It's she'll go, oh look, he's calling me again.
Yeah, fuck
You never
that.
want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You got to suss the situation. I think you would be happy to do everything that you're saying as long as she's kind of giving you.
As long as the energy's matched.
Yeah, she's got to reciprocate your
as
energy.
long as she's giving you that back, like you can like take lead in that,
Yeah.
and that's I think girls will find that sexy as well when a man leads. But essentially, you don't want to be going left, right, and centre for a woman that isn't really
Yeah,
kind
of course
of
not. Fuck
appreciating what you're doing. Because I wouldn't do that just for any woman.
No,
I'll be
no,
honest.
no.
Like, I got to like you to want to do all of that stuff.
Isn't it?
I'm very petty in everything. I'm in just normal life, which is, I don't think is it's not necessarily a positive or a negative trait. It can be both. I sometimes, if a girl's give me a certain amount of energy back, I'll give that certain amount of energy back till it literally boils down to us not even talking anymore, because I'm just so proud or got too much pride, and I'm just like, well, if you're going to do this, I'm going to do this. And then they do something else. Well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to do that. And then it just literally, because it's probably, that's a bit immature on my behalf. I'll hold my hands up, but at the same time, I don't want to be disrespected. So if you're going to disrespect me, I'm not necessarily going to be disrespectful back, but I'm just going to match exactly what you did. And maybe that's something I need to work on, because I can understand if you carry on like that. But then at the end of the day, I feel like, well, I'm only matching what you're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? So how do you get around that? That's an open conversation.
So do you know what I think?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to make sense, but it's making sense in my head, so I'm going to say it.
Go on.
So instead of like just straight away matching what someone's doing, the best thing to do is obviously try to resolve the situation, right? So before matching that energy, like if you feel like, for example, you're being disrespected or they're not matching your energy, have the conversation about it. Because the most important thing is that a lot of people sometimes are not aware of what they're doing. If you address something to someone or to a woman, to a man,
So true.
and then they turn around and go, oh my God, I wasn't aware of that. And then they start compromising and start adjusting, you're with the right person, because you're never going to meet someone who's perfect.
You're spot on.
People are going to have flaws and problems, but it's all about how someone responds to what you're saying. If you were to turn around to someone and say, I feel like this, you're kind of either hurting my feelings or I'm feeling disrespected, and they get their back up and they start like kind of, what am I trying to say?
Gunning for you.
Yeah, exactly. Then you know you're with the wrong person. Then you know you've brought the conversation up. You're trying to do the right thing. Then you can match that energy and fuck them off and do what you need to do.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you know what? I feel like that's where I've been so out the loop with like any kind of relationships or anything for so long. I feel like that's something I haven't given myself a chance to learn, because I've not been in a situation where I've needed to learn it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
5 years single, fucking hell, you forget even how to interact with a bird on that kind of level. But I know how to talk to birds all day long, but when you get to that kind of emotional level, it's a bit different. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
And again, that's a maturity of mine that I need to learn. That is, yeah. And you know what? I contradicted myself, because I said communication's everything.
Yeah.
And yet I didn't even think about the communication side of things.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
addressing shit. Yeah, fair.
And I think that's a very normal thing, though.
Yeah.
It's not just you. I think everyone does that. Like that's what I was saying before. They've taken 2 hours, so I'm going to take 2 hours. They're giving me one wordy answers, so I'm going to do it. So the thing is, you don't know what's going on in someone's day.
Yeah,
you don't
facts.
know if they've just, I don't know, got yelled by their boss, if they've just got a bad news, or they've had a shitty day, dropped coffin, and whatever it may be. People have their own shit going on, so you can't take it personally when the communication does go south. As long as you address it and it comes back to that, it's the most important thing, because not everything's always going to go like this. It's going to be like that.
Of course, you're spot on. Do you know what my issue is? I'll be totally honest with you. I know this isn't like giving helpful advice to guys, because it's my own personal scenario. Where I've been exposed to so many fuckeries, like being around them, not personally happened to me, but being around them, where I've been, oh, fuck it, I'll say it out loud, I don't care. I've been in hotel rooms with girls, bruv, yeah? And I've been just chilling with them, just whatever after a night out, whatever. And I've just met these girls on this night. And then their fella calls them, or some geezer calls them. And I've watched two girls, within seconds, before that, it's been 2 rings on this phone. They've made up a story where they are, what they're doing, where they are, and then what's going on.
Crazy.
Answer the phone in front of me. And then they've made up this whole lie. She goes, yeah, I'm with so-and-so right now. She's right here. Hey, babe, yeah, I'm with her. And they're like, And I'm like, I'm sat there, my jaw's like, I'm like, what the
You know how
fuck?
fuck that is?
Bruv. And do you know what it is?
bruv.
I've been in situations similar to that many a times.
Same.
And it's gave me trust issues, bruv.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, rah, these birds done that like that. They didn't even think about it. There was no plan. They just did it there and then, and they were perfect. They executed it like perfectly. There was no stuttering. There was no It was seamless. I was like, I'd have believed that.
Yeah, that's fucked.
So that's gave me trust issues.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah.
So when a girl doesn't reply to me for a while, I'm like,
On a Saturday night.
yeah. Sorry, babe, I fell asleep. I'm like, I know you did fall asleep, motherfucker. I know what you've been doing.
Mate, I've been in so many scenarios like that. I was sitting with my best mate once, right, and he's literally just chopped this bird that has a fella. He's rang her, and she's on the phone, literally switching them. Everyone's gone quiet, like you just said. And she's going, you're so para. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're so paranoid. Like, just like that. And then ends the call, and then we're back to normal, back to choppy chop. Mental, bruv. Gentle, mental.
It's so bad, isn't it?
It's so bad.
But that's what I'm
My
saying.
experience with women has what's given me my trust issues.
Yeah, same.
Like, considering our mates growing up and people might think we're this, that and the other, from what I've seen, I'd hold up my hands up and say, yeah, do you know what, boys? Now boys are worse. But from my experience in the last, 10 years, women are far worse than guys are.
Do you know what the difference is? Men, we're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
We do something, we get caught. We don't know how to keep our mouth shut. We tell our boys, we take a screenshot of a fucking conversation, we video this, we do that, we say where we are. We're fucking idiots. We speak about it like we're proud of it to our boys, and it gets out. Women, they don't even tell their closest mates,
They take it to the grave.
They will take that shit to the fucking grave. Women, when they do something wrong, bro, they'll be on their deathbed, like, sweetheart, did you do it? Like, did you suck his dick? No, I didn't. No. You will never find out. They're so clever.
They are.
And women are fucking clever, and they know
That's
how
the
to
thing, guys
use
aren't
it.
sneaky. Like, obviously, listen, when I say what I'm saying, we're not saying every single male on the planet is like, the majority of guys, they're not sneaky. I find what women are like, they're quite conniving.
Yeah.
Like,
Conniving.
They are.
Jordan Belfort, yeah?
Conniving.
Conniving.
But they are though, bro. They're like they almost plan it and shit. And I've seen friends of mine have their hearts broken, mate. Like,
They agree to that, though.
absolutely- What?
They agree to that. They don't like deny
women?
it.
Oh yeah, no,
they
yeah.
know
And
it.
women will tell. We've had girls tell us like girls are worse and girls are sneaky. But I have seen my mates being heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean proper fucking heartbreak. I'm not talking about like just someone splitting up with them. I'm talking about actual fucking heartbreak. And these girls have done them fucking dirty. And I've seen so much of it. Not only that, not just our own circle, but other boys and stuff that we know. And we hear of stories or we've been in scenarios with girls that have got girlfriends. I'm like, how the fuck am I ever going to get a bird, mate? Like,
They're ruthless as well.
do you know what I mean? Like, how am I ever going to trust a girl from what I've seen and what I know about what women get up to?
I think women are ruthless.
They are ruthless.
They are
ruthless.
very ruthless.
They're ruthless.
And do you know
How am I
what's-
meant to trust a bird unless, like, what she just doesn't go out at all? Like, she's a complete homebody. Even then, she could be fucking...
Nah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard.
There's less casualties then.
Yeah, but
No, what I'm saying is, like, that's the only way you're going to trust a bird is if she don't step out the house. Like, how extreme do you go to? Do you know what I'm saying?
Shall I tell you
That's
like
what
something
I'm
though? Shall I tell you like something with
Go on.
women? And I'm not condoning what women do when it comes to cheating and stuff, but I feel like the biggest reason why women cheat is because they mentally check out from a relationship before they're even out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
They
Of course.
all do that.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
whatever the relationship is. Like I'm not saying what's happened to that point. He could have been a dickhead, whatever it is. The problem is they mentally check out before they are out the relationship because it's easier for them to try to work on that, which I do get. But then when they're not communicating with the guy to explain what he's doing and he ain't got a fucking clue, he's sitting there thinking everything's sweet, yeah, whatever. And then she's completely mentally checked out. And then, like we say, another guy comes at the right time, right setting, right place, nice drink, nice vibe. That's it. And then she cheats. I think that's why the biggest reason why women cheat, to be completely honest. And because some of them are whores and they want to do what they want to do, fair play. And I've had this conversation many times with girls. They always mentally check out. Speak to any girl that's left a guy.
Yeah.
I was already like, oh, I stopped loving him a year ago.
A year ago, yeah, literally.
Every single girl will tell you the
yeah.
same thing, brother. Mentally check out, always.
I think you can tell though. Like you got to be.
Some guys
I can
can't,
pick up
bro.
on the girl's
You can
vibe
see
and
it
energy
on
like
it.
that,
Pick up
man.
straight
Some
away.
guys can't, bro.
If I feel something's wrong, I'll be like, what's up? Like, your energy shifted today.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, nothing. I'm like, what am I, 16 years old? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's up? I don't care what it is, whether
But-
it's outside or whether it's me. Just say what's up. So at least we know. Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
do you know
then-
what? I'm so cutthroat, bro. Like, I'm not joking, bro. I'm so cold. Like inside, I'm so. I would say to the point I may be scared of being disrespected or like being in that kind of situation where you said when you say like, oh, your energy shifted, and they're like, oh no, nothing's up, and then that you know there is. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, brother, I'm the type of person who would go, all right, fuck this then, we ain't doing it anymore. I'm fucked. I'm like, all right, don't worry about them. We won't talk about it. Fuck it. You go your way, I go my way. I don't talk to you anymore. Block the number, and that's it. But I am that cutthroat because I don't want to give someone I don't want to give someone the upper hand on me.
I hear you.
Yeah,
You don't like feeling vulnerable. I get it.
I do not like being vulnerable.
I get that.
All I ask for is communication. That's all I want. If you're not feeling that anymore, tell me. If you don't like me anymore, tell me. If I've done something to upset you, tell me. All this, oh no, nothing, and they're in their head, then they're already checked out. Bruv, trust me, I will leave you way before you ever leave
facts,
me.
I get that.
I'll never let you do that to me. Because I'd rather take the risk on what my gut's telling me, saying I know this person's not into me anymore. I'd rather take that than take the humiliation of you leaving me and I've been investing time into you for another 6 months, even though I won't go nowhere. And I know that sounds cold and that might sound cutthroat, but do you know what's even more cold or cutthroat? They'll do it to you and they won't even blink their eyelids.
Yeah, we'll give a fuck, mate.
They won't give a fuck. They'll leave you and be with the next man within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And they know who's next
They
as
know
well.
who's next always.
They know who's next.
Facts.
So, bruv, I know that sounds horrible, but I will literally... like, you know what, bruv, maybe I'm a bit tapped. You know when you said about, like... Oh, they will stop texting you after 4 hours and that, and then like you see like the energy shift on text. This is exactly why I have phone calls, because I can't go off text energy, because text energy can sometimes fuck me up.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, oh, you know what? Then don't worry about it. It's safe. I don't want to talk anymore. It's cool. We'll leave it there, because I feel like she's texting someone else.
Yeah, that's what I
She
think
might
as
be
well.
though.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
She might be texting
And
someone
that's
else.
fine. That's fine if you're not serious.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this goes back to what level you're at. But if you're actually seeing a bird, or you're talking to a bird, and you're what's the word?
Exclusive.
That's the word. If you're exclusive, this person, and then they're disrespecting you, brother, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Do not disrespect.
If you do
me.
that early on, then how's it going to be in the latter stages of like the
Yeah,
relationship?
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, it all depends on what stage you are at the relationship. If you're exclusive and they're doing this, fuck it off. I'm cutthroat. If it's just playful and you're just texting and you're seeing other girls and they're seeing other guys, whatever that kind of relationship, you know, when you're just in and out of stuff, that's blessed. But I mean, like,
I wouldn't say cut it off immediately. Give her the chance to explain what's going on.
of course. I mean, yeah.
Like, and if she's still been like, nah, nothing, and you're like, sure, you want to tell me, and then over that day she's still just playing games, then I'll say at the end of that day, I'll be like, listen,
Bite the bullet.
yeah, absolutely. Listen, whatever's happened, and you're obviously not, you don't want to tell me for whatever reason, and fuck that.
Do you know what's also mental? Women claim that they want an emotionally available guy and they want a guy that converses, but I swear to God, when a guy does that too much, then they hate it.
Yeah.
It's an ick.
It depends on the level of like.
Bro, they don't.
Depends on the level of maturity of the girl.
But that's what I'm saying. But they don't like it. I'm telling you, like when you're too emotionally available, and I'm not saying don't be, because I'm a very open person. I grew up with 7 women, so I always spoke about everything. I always spoke about how I felt, and I'm very good at that. Me and my sister were talking about it the other day. However, I feel like when you are literally to a T like that extent, it can cause a nick with some women, because then they're just like, well,
I agree.
I don't want to hear about it. They're just, I'm like, I don't know. Like they just don't want to.
I think there's a difference between addressing a problem and telling them all your problems. Like, I would never go to a girl and explain every single fucking problem I have. I'd rather come to you lot.
No, facts.
That's
yeah.
facts. I was going to literally just say that. Boys, one thing I always talk about is having a brotherhood, or having a network of guys around you where you can air your problems to and speak to and get advice from is very important. And do you know what we've learned, actually, just to go off a slight tangent, is some boys see this pod as their kind of network, or their brotherhood, or something they can tap into to get another guy's mindset on how they look at situations. So we technically are doing this pod for you guys at the end of the day. Let's be totally honest.
Yes, people, hope you're enjoying the pod. Please hit that subscribe button.
Fuck was that?
I don't know what else to say.
Don't share your problems with your bird or the girl you're talking with. I know that might sound weird. When you're married and stuff, it's a bit different, and you've got family and shit, but speak to your boys about your problems and try and resolve your problems within your brotherhood or your friendship with your boys. If you start going to your girl with all your problems, I promise you, it will lead to a very bad place.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear your problems. You're meant to be their support network. You're meant to be their rock. You give them, oh babe, this happened, babe, this. They don't give a fuck, bruv. Like, they might like console you for the first couple of months. Then, but if you lean on that person too much, you're meant to be the man in a relationship at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You're meant to be the guy that they look to for support and like steer them the right way and be their shoulder to cry. Yeah, be their shoulder to cry on. If you start being the feminine one in the relationship, that relationship's going to go sour very quick.
Yeah.
Use your boys to talk your problems with, air your problems, because it is important for men to share their problems and speak about how they're feeling and stuff. But there's a time and a place, and I feel like the men should talk to men about their issues, not give fucking their women the.
Coupled with that, boys, don't bottle your emotions, because that's when it becomes dangerous for you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Don't bottle them. Have a network with your boys and share your issues all the time. I think that's what men's main problem is. They're scared to talk to other men about their issues.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be able to talk to your boys. If you don't have boys to talk about your problems with, you need to find new boys. Like, that's what your boys are for.
Yeah, but what you got to remember is it's not even necessarily got to find new boys. There's a lot of boys out there that just don't have a group of friends.
Yeah.
They don't.
So boys, like, I'm glad what we've seen more and more is, touching on what Yo said there as well, is that you feel as though we are part of that. Like, we're like your venting system almost, and you come to us to hear the questions that you want to ask answered by us, just because that's just what we talk about. We talk about just general life issues. So we love the fact that you feel like that about us. And if you haven't got a set group of boys, you can reach out to us, do you know what I mean, via the pod page and stuff like that. And we'll talk to you where you can. But that should also spiral you to have a little look at yourself and be like, okay, cool, what am I doing differently? And taking yourself outside of your comfort zone, go and join a new gym or get a new job or start a new hobby or something like that, where you're going to be surrounded by other guys that have got similar interests to you. But yeah, don't bottle it up though, boys, like, because that's not good for you either. So you need to find a way to sort of release and vent.
Why don't we start a network?
I was going to say, come talk to us, but just don't bother Mason in person because you don't like him. Why is he here? Why is he here longer than 2 minutes? Can he tell him to fuck off?
Yeah,
he's
right,
a
mate.
fan, Mason. I don't give a fuck.
That is a lie, boys.
Not. Look at it on camera. Why don't we start a network?
We will start a network.
I think we need
should
to,
start
yeah.
a network. Yeah.
Boys, if you actually like, because you got to understand, our DMs are getting a bit busier than they were
They're
6
fucked.
months ago.
Yeah,
they're fucked. Which is good. It's a good problem to have. We do reply to everyone we try to. Some get lost, as they do. We can't reply to everyone all the time. And we've not even got a lot of followers yet. Like, it's going to get madder. What are we on? Nearly 7K on Instagram.
7K on Insta, 46K on TikTok, and like 3,000.
3.5K on
3.5
thing.
3.5 on
on
YouTube.
YouTube.
So like the numbers are going up, and they're not even big numbers yet. They're not even big numbers at all. But the DMs are getting full. So boys, maybe it might be a thing where we want to help you out. Maybe we could.
How would you boys feel about if we started a community?
Yeah.
We start a community just for the boys, so it is only for the boys.
Yeah.
It'll be run by us four, and not only are we then in touch with you directly, and we're talking to you about this, that, and the other. You know, look at us as older brothers or mentor, whatever. We're not mentors. Listen, you know, we're fucking still figuring life out ourselves. But in some capacity, we can definitely help you with things in life, right? From what we've been through in our own experiences. But not only that, is if we start a community, you're also gonna be in a community with other boys that are like-minded like you.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah.
So you're not just meeting us four. You're going to be in a community of other geezers that have joined that community for the same reasons you have, which might be to make new friends, to meet like-minded individuals,
Start business.
start businesses, get ideas, learn new tricks of the trade. You know, if you might want to start a job in something, someone else might have a company in that, and then all of a sudden you're talking to them and they're looking for an apprentice. It could be anything, but you are in a community of guys that have joined that for a particular reason, is to build a network of males that essentially help each other out in life. And next thing you know, they become friends.
Be like a secret community, innit? We can be proactive with it and even do things where we get groups of people all meet, have a gym session.
That'd be
speak to
sick.
everyone.
About gym
We could have a
sessions.
seminar.
We've always
weekly
spoke
call.
about
We could do
it.
weekly calls.
Weekly calls.
Yeah.
We do all sorts.
Wow. Okay. Let's fucking do it.
Boys, leave a comment below, like, or into the pod or wherever.
drop us a DM about
just
it.
drop us a DM and tell us what you think about it. Like,
Boys,
that's a great
you know,
idea.
I don't know where that just come from, but
You know, this isn't like an easy job. This is a big build.
It's
Yeah.
not, but then it's worth it because we get so many people that are actually interacting with us. So I reckon it's worth.
Oh, I'm game.
the
I'm
time,
just
yeah.
saying this is not like a 2-minute
not.
setup. This is a big project.
it would be an exclusive community. There's no women in there. Like we'll
Not that we have anything against women, but it wouldn't be for you.
It's got nothing to do with them.
Just like
Yeah.
you have your own all women's gyms, this would be an all men's community. That's it.
And we would do like a little check to make sure the person is who they say they are. So there's no one trying to sneak in there and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm game.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
I
I'll
think
be
that'd be
game.
amazing. Nicely put.
Yeah, let's do
Banging.
it. All right, boys. Well, let us know what you think. I'm pretty sure all of you will be on board. All the guys
Yeah.
that watch us. Do you know what someone said to me the other day, which is really really hit home? They said to me, like, I tell you what, I'll actually tell you the story. I actually sent a voice note to the boys. I'm not going to name drop who I was with, but I was with a quite fairly known influencer, female influencer. And how can I say this without giving it away? Basically, we're going to the same event. Let's put it that way. Yeah, we're going to the same event. And I said to them, basically, I'm really looking forward to this event. They've asked us to go on loads of events with them. And they was like, I went, you know why that is though, isn't it? And I was basically going to follow up and say, because we do loads of long form content. Most of these influencers just do like the odd story and they put up a picture and stuff. Whereas us boys, we've got a fucking whole channel dedicated to we do vlogs and shit, right? So we can give more exposure to these brands because we're actually in the environment, we're filming it, we're interacting with other people. So it's better for the brand look, right? Rather than just a photo and a story like most of influencers do. No disrespect to you guys, but we just do more content. It's just facts. And I said, and this person's got way more followers than us. Like I mean, tenfold.
Not combined.
Yeah, combined. And I was like, do you know why they're asking us? And I was just going to be very humble and just say, because we're doing this kind of content. And they went, yeah, because obviously you guys are more well known than everyone going. I went, what are you talking about? We're no ones. We've got fucking hardly any followers, blah, 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 blah. Which is true. I'm being truthful. But yeah, but I don't think you understand the impact that you've got. Like, you've got like a cult. I went, what made you say that? Because I was genuinely intrigued. I was like, what? I was like, this person saying this to me. They would think we were like huge. I was like, what made you say that? She goes, your following has nothing to do with like your engagement. She goes, your engagement like either matches or outdoes your following. She goes, that is never the case in social media. Yeah. Normally people have hundreds of thousands of followers and get a couple of thousand likes.
Yeah.
They're going, you've got X amount of followers and you're getting more likes than your followers. You're getting more views than your subscribers. She goes, that's not a normal balance. The balance is always way off. They normally have hundreds of thousands and then they get like 3,000 likes. And I was like, really? She goes, trust me. She goes, everyone in the influence game knows who you boys are right now. And that really hit home when influencers said it. I said to her, do you know why that hit home for me? Because you're a civilian. No, sorry. I went, you know why that hit home for me? Because you're not a civilian. You're actually involved in this game. Your head's in this game. You've been in this game for years. We're new to the game. Yeah. And if a civilian said that to me, when I say civilian, like one of our boys, one of our boys said it, I wouldn't take it on board. I'd be like, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand the influencer world or the creator world. When a creator says it to you, brother, it hits home different. And I was like, wow, we've actually got like a community of people that actually watch us religiously every week.
Yeah.
And boys, don't ever forget, we started this for you. We didn't make money for the first 12, 13 months of us doing this. Like literally everything was a cost. Like, everything. All the trips you see us going, all the equipment, every single thing we done, which I'm telling you is not a cheap setup. It's about overall, if we take into consideration the trips we purposely only went on purely to get content, film podcasts, stuff like that, equipment, showing up, even if you take fuel into like, these boys have got to drive like an hour and a bit each way every week. If you take it into everything, just on our tab alone, which we don't use anymore, about 20 G's.
Easy.
Is it about that?
That's not even including like Ibiza.
That's not including Ibiza and stuff.
That's just our shared pot.
Yeah. We haven't used that pot in time.
Yeah.
20 G's to make no profit. So when people say, oh, they're going to start a podcast, and you see these comments in the comment sections, like on TikTok said, not another podcast, or they should make podcast gear more expensive. Bro, I dare you to go and try and make a podcast and make it past the year.
Yeah, do it.
I dare you. I dare you to go try it. This isn't easy. Like, we just set some fucking mics up, some cameras and talk. That's not that's the easy part. Staying consistent for a year, funding it is the hard part. Sure. Funding it for what? For what? Maybe a not return. We were so confident on the mission. We knew it was going to like blow because we were so confident. We knew we was giving value.
We know our why,
and we know our why is so strong. We knew it was going to work. But try and go and start a podcast and keep it going longer than a year.
Without buying
and everything's organic as well. Like we've not bought anything.
Like we always say, we started, boys, with zero.
I'm gonna do that
across absolutely everything. Instagram, TikTok, and we didn't get TikTok till later either, and then YouTube. Zero. We started zero on everything. We've never done a paid ad. We've never paid for a boost
or a guest.
Never paid for a guest. Like never. All of our guests all across the world. We've paid to go to these places.
Paid for their
in terms of abroad.
Yeah.
But we've never paid for any guest, any ad, any promotion. Nothing. It has been pure and utter organic growth with consistent marketing and posting. That is it. And
do you want me to tell you another thing as well? And I don't care who takes this what way. The only reason we've not got more followers and more subscribers than anyone else in the game right now that's been in the game as long as us is because we're the
Or longer.
stop. It's because we're the only motherfuckers not buying our subscribers and buying our likes and buying our followers. Everything's organic. I see all of you motherfuckers buying your shit. I'm not stupid. Our engagement's real. Why do you think we're posting analytics all the time on our story?
Yeah,
Why do you think we do that? The reason why we post our analytics all the time on our story is not to front, it's to expose other people because we know your shit's fake. Our shit's real. We're doing 2 million views a week on TikTok. Bruv, our numbers are legit. You guys start posting your stuff. I'm not talking about the big hitters that got 100K on YouTube and stuff. I'm talking about the guys that like you see getting like unusual amount of likes compared to their followers
And comments and
their
all
comments.
mental, yeah.
Bruv, we're not stupid. We see what you're doing, and bless you can do that. But I don't think you understand what detriment that does actually to your account. First of all, it fucks your whole account up. But we're the only real ones in the game. Everything we speak is legit. We don't front. We don't fucking flash shit. Everything we do, we all work jobs. All of us are just grinding to try and get to where we're at, and we're not trying to be people we're not. And if you see us, we're the exact same people. We're on this pod that we are in real life. How many of you can actually say that about yourselves? Because I know all these influencers, bro, they're shy in real life. They put their head down. They won't say boo to a goose. We're exactly who we say we are. And we can say that's legit. Hand on our heart.
Fair play to you.
Yeah, amen.
so
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Facts.
Straight.
It's so true though. When have you ever seen another pod drop their analytics?
Ever.
Or influencers?
No.
None of them do it.
Yeah, like I say, only the real big people.
There's
Like,
a few big ones that can.
people like Ellie O'Donnell and stuff can drop their.
that's
do you know what I
different.
mean?
But you don't see the little the ones that were getting all these likes and like fucking views. They're never dropping it.
No one posts their analytics.
No one posts their analytics because they ain't getting the numbers. We're the only ones getting the numbers now. Our followers are low because we haven't bought them. That's why our followers are low because we haven't bought them. We won't.
Our engagement outdoes it though.
But then again, though, like that to me doesn't.
I don't care.
That
Yeah,
to
I
me
don't
doesn't
care.
mean anything because I wouldn't want. I'd rather have like 7K followers and make sure they're a cult
And
following.
all 7K want to
than
see
have
us.
a 50K following and they will be passive followers
Yeah.
of people that are bought.
What you've got to
some
remember
bots and
is,
shit.
is these people, the people they've got massive numbers like that, they are just viewers.
Yeah.
And most of it are watching their content because they like either the product that they're advertising at the time, they go to that person for makeup advice or
The guests they have on.
for guests they have on, or maybe some fashion thing that they talk about. They always fashion over, send them dresses so the girls want to see what they look like on that particular girl because they've got a similar dress sense and stuff like that. That's not actually the individual
That they're buying
that
into.
they're buying into. Like people like the Sidemen, their following are bought into them
Yeah. They're cult.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You boys that watch us and the girls, cool. Like the girls that watch us, we have a lot of female love now, which is very surprising.
Yeah,
to
I
us.
didn't expect that.
No.
But it really is surprising. And for those girls that really do watch us and do actually know us either personally or know of us, will know that this is exactly how we are and how we preach to be is exactly how we act and talk. But the guys that do follow us, we love you that much because we know that you are following us and watching us along the journey, and it is because you are bought into us as individuals. Because, like Yo said, we just keep it real. We don't try to be anybody we're not, or pretend to be something we are and what we're not, or that we're rich and anything like this. We're just four normal geezers that work normal jobs that just try to live a normal life. Well, actually,
it's not normal.
Not a normal life, but try to live a fucking cool life. Like we want to live a cool fucking life. And I suppose we're here to try and give you some inspiration to say that you can fucking do it as well. Like don't listen to the mundane bullshit that you have to just work a 9 to 5 and not do anything and spend your fucking reddies down the pub on a weekend. You can save to go on holidays. You can change the people around you, but you can't change the people around you, remember? You can go to the gym and look good in a plain t-shirt and stuff like this. Like forget what these fucking knobs on social media try and tell you and preach to you because it ain't real, man.
For sure.
Facts. And that sounds probably like we're calling out people and shit. Well, good. That's exactly what we're doing. We are calling all of you out because we're the only real ones in the game. And that's only real ones in the game at this level. I mean, like we're so low level, we're no ones in the game, but we're the only real ones at this level in the game. And that's facts. All the other ones that have made it, Chunks Philly, I respect all these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I see
they're
what
real,
they do.
yeah.
They're grinding and they started from zero like us, and they've got cult followings, and I respect their hustle. I respect everything they've done, and I don't even watch their channel. I don't watch any of their shit, but I see it sometimes pop up, and I know who they are, and what they're about, and they're legit.
Yeah.
They're legit people. But I know who's in the game and who's not. I know who's going to be in the game in 2 years and who's not.
Yeah.
You can just tell straight away. We're in for the long run, and you're going to be with us the whole way, boys.
It's like our audience is like the fifth member.
Yeah, they are.
They literally are.
Yeah.
And that's why I think people are that comfortable enough to kind of reach out to us to speak to us because, like we said, we speak only on the real shit. We don't just kind of put a front up and talk about bullshit. We actually talk about what people care about.
I don't get what these other people's viewers would go up to them and say, like, "Oh my god, yeah, I love."
When that person said something about that on your pod. Do you know what I mean? Like, nothing to do.
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do with you as a
Yeah,
person.
see, I love that guest, and they were on like, cheers, like, oh yeah, I thought that thing was really funny, like, yeah, cheers, like, what are these people doing
Yeah.
for you? Like, we always preach about be very careful and picky about who you follow on social media. Do you know what I mean? Most of these people are donuts that are just doing stupid shit for views on stupid videos. People come up to us and talk to us because we're genuinely helping people.
You know what it is as well? There's a lot of people like popping up that are not qualified to talk about certain things. So you're getting all these like young people that are starting up like self-help or like how to chat to bird TikToks, and they've not got the experience to be talking about it.
Well, they don't get any birds anyway.
So it's just like, why are you then bringing something like that up? Like, if you're not qualified to talk about it, don't talk about it. Find something you are qualified to talk about and talk about that. And then they're being like, oh, no one's following me, no one's engaging my content. So that people can fucking see through you, mate.
Yeah, exactly that.
That's it.
People need to buy into you and see the realness, and the fact that, do you know what helps us, right? Is I feel like because we do these like travel vlogs and we've got Graphic Kings TV, you can actually see that we're the personalities, because you can't keep up on that the whole fucking time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when
It'd be
we're
exhausting, wouldn't it?
and when we're drunk, you can't. You reckon you're gonna keep that up when we're all fucking pissed out our heads and stuff? And you can see that we're around girls all the time. And another thing I want to address as well, like someone messaged me the other day, a really good friend of mine. I'm not going to go into the details, but basically, he heard some girls basically girls me and Mason used to go to school with, and said that we're misogynistic, or we're the pod's a misogynistic pod. What is it that they exactly say that is misogynistic? They can't give an answer because we don't say anything misogynistic. We love women. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is, do you reckon all these women that you see in our videos with us and chilling with us and we go out with would stick around with us if we were actually misogynistic or we were horrible to women? The reason why they stick around is because we're actually respectful, nice guys, and we actually just chill. We're not fucking pushy. We're not fucking weirdos. Well, we might be a bit weird, but we're not actual weirdos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if you think we're misogynistic, that's fine, that's your opinion, but try and find actually something we said that's misogynistic.
They can't, bro.
You can't.
They're just jumping on the
Oh,
bandwagon.
yeah, it's
Of course they are.
they're buzzwords.
Buzzwords,
They're
yeah.
buzzwords. Oh, you're misogynistic.
They couldn't even define it.
Yeah.
I mate pressed him to say, go on, what does even, before we even get into that debate, what does misogynistic mean?
That's embarrassing if you can't.
They couldn't
answer
even
that.
do it.
If you're,
Can't
if
do
you're
it.
going to use a word that you don't know what it means, then
Boring now, anyway, keep using that word.
Oh, it's a buzzword.
Fucking boring.
Leave that in
mate. Grow up, you
2023.
cunt.
You know who is misogynistic? Feminists.
Yeah.
They are the real misogynistic ones. Feminists hate women.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it.
Feminists do hate women.
Feminists hate women. So if you've got a problem, speak to feminists.
This pod went so left wing.
So left, yeah.
So left.
Right wing.
I meant to say, like, it just went
on the
completely
side.
drifted. It spiraled
all right.
completely. It's meant to be
Depends
able to
what side you're
approach
looking
women, and we're calling people out.
Fuck them. I don't care. It's our pod. We do what I want. That's what I like about this pod. Do what we want. It's
Shall
our
we pull
rule.
it back? Are we done?
It's been over
Yeah,
an
no.
hour.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, no,
Thank
that's
you.
cool.
Sorry, boys.
So
we're
how
off on
to
a tangent.
So let's bring it back to wrap it up.
How to manipulate women.
Sell them the dream, boys. And I don't do that. Don't do
We'll
that.
get cut. We'll
Yeah,
cut it out.
don't do that.
Some
That's
cunt will
quite
cut.
misogynistic.
Yeah, that's what misogynistic.
Yeah, narcissist.
Narcissist. Narcissist kings. What was it? Misogynistic kings.
Misogynistic king.
Misogynistic kings. Get that on the t-shirt.
We should. Misogynistic kings. No, but listen, guys. On a real, we love every single one of you.
Yeah, man.
We see all your DMs.
Yeah.
The reason why we share your DMs as well, because we want you to feel like you can message us, because
Yeah.
we will reply. And if the community is something you boys want, we'll make it.
Yeah, that's the point. Let's circle back to that. Boys, if you want to see this community happen, I mean, fuck, I don't even know where that just come from. It's going to be a lot of work on our end to try and make that happen. But if that's something you guys want to see happen, we're always looking for ways to give back to the boys. The pod is one way, content's another, but this would be actual properly giving our time, effort and energy to you on a real personal basis.
Yeah, let's do it.
If that is something you boys want to see, comments underneath so we can see it. Drop us DMs on our GK page, on our personals, whatever you want to do to reach out to us to let us know that you want to make it happen. And we will look into it massively for sure. When it comes back to women, about manipulating them, don't do that. Don't sell them the dream. Don't lead them up the garden path. Like the boys have said, just fucking ask them straight. And if you don't like it, fuck it off and move on.
I'll tell you what we'll do. This, I don't know if this is too realistic or unrealistic. I was going to say, if this, because most people don't make it to the end as well. I was going to say, if it gets to like 200 likes, we'll do it.
What? The thing?
The pod.
What, the community?
No, if we get 200 likes on this video,
Yeah.
we'll do the community.
Yeah, okay.
But is that realistic?
No, it's
Have we
not.
ever
Don't say
got
it.
200 likes?
No,
No, I don't think we ever have. Maybe that's why we should do it.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll take 150.
150 likes and we'll set the community up.
No one makes it this far into the pod, though. It's the
Yeah,
only
so no
thing.
one's going to see
No,
it.
don't bother. Don't bother.
Oh, just hit the like button anyway. while you're at it.
More importantly, hit the
After all of
subscribe
that.
button, people. Leave a comment in the comment section.
And we'll see you in the next. Thank you.
Peace.
See you, boys.